This started a couple of weeks ago when I preached the message, The Abuse of Grace. Some of you are here, some of you have heard it online, some of you saw it on Facebook, but I preached a message about the abuse of grace. And we have been taught, we have chosen as a culture, as a church, to abuse the grace of God. We have been deceived. Drew has been deceived into thinking that if he, like Mason, says, I'm sorry, and we ask God to forgive us, and he does, then all the consequences go away. I shouldn't have any consequences for the mistakes that I've made. I hate to tell Jason's friend who did whatever he did to his wife that while she may have forgiven him, one of the things that we learned a couple of weeks ago in the abuse of grace is that just because you have been forgiven, just because you have confessed, doesn't mean that the consequences go away. In fact, the consequences remain no matter what the confession is. Think about it. I worked with teenagers for 11 years, and say one of my good Christian girls decided to violate God's holy standard by having sex before marriage, and then she got pregnant. She could come to the altar. She could ask God to forgive her. She could beg for forgiveness, and God would forgive her, and God would grant her grace, but would she still be pregnant? And here's what they don't ever realize. They think the pregnancy's the bad part. Wait till they turn 16. Wait till they turn 20. And all the things you thought that you taught them, they just blow off and say, I don't need that no more. And so the consequences for that young teenage girl remain decades later. Just because we ask for forgiveness doesn't mean the consequences go away.